Hello, this is Bob Mangroo, and today's talk is spirituality and prosperity. If God asks you to suffer, give up your well-being, and also to sacrifice as much as you can in order to enter a place of freedom in heaven, would you do it? And most likely you would. And in some way it may seem the appropriate thing to do. Agreed? In fact, many people function like this. They believe that in order to be more spiritual and to reach personal salvation, that God somehow wants me to suffer and sacrifice. But if God spoke to you and said, I want you to be happy, wealthy, healthy, and to achieve your dreams, and to enjoy your life as much as you can, what then? If you feel a sudden silence by this statement, then congratulations, because you have received a glimpse of how you have been programmed for limitation, not by God, but by religion and society, which, by the way, are human creations. For centuries we have been influenced by the religious institutions that sacrifice and suffering somehow is the path to God. And if you suffer, and if you are poor, that somehow you are more noble, spiritual, and worthy of God. But I want you to keep in mind that your greater purpose for your soul is to come out of suffering, and to no longer induce it upon yourself or others. Your soul is not interested in what kind of car you drive, or the size of your house, or how much money you might have in the bank. Your soul is only interested in one thing, and that is coming back to your spiritual home, place of love, joy, and peace, and to enjoy your physical existence as fully as you can. Very often we feel the need to sacrifice and to suffer, and that will make us more spiritual, that we somehow need to give up all of our possessions. But I want to remind you there is no need for this, and be willing to reject any teachings that are built on fear, limitations, or lack. The consciousness of God or divine intelligence is built on creativity, power, love, and abundance. A person can own a large home, have plenty of money, and driving an expensive car, and yet hold more faith and give greater service and be more spiritual than someone who believes that I don't want to own anything because I must sacrifice and God will love me more. Divine consciousness is not interested in how much money you have or don't have, but rather it is interested in a fullness of love, compassion, and peace that exist in your heart. The misconceptions that people have when it comes to spirituality is that we have to somehow give up all our desires. But it's not so much the desires that we need to give up, but rather it is our attachments to those desires, and the need to cling to our possessions, money, people, or our status. It is the incessant attachment and clinginess is what builds up the ego. Furthermore, we believe that our possessions is a source of our happiness and love. But the truly spiritual person realizes that they can own many things and yet not feel attached to those objects of pleasure. So in other words, they have found the love in their heart and to enjoy their life, whether with possessions or not. So to increase your spiritual energy, I would say a simple prayer or meditation could be, Dear God, or divine guidance, please fill my heart with love and peace. And make this your regular prayer. Make this your regular meditation. Make this your priority. And leave everything else as secondary. Thank you.